Hello, hope you're having a great day. Now today I didn't decide to go back to sleep and have a lie-in like I did yesterday, but when I woke up at 7:30, I did end up scrolling on my phone for about 20 minutes before I actually got out of bed at about 10 to 8. So yeah, scrolling on the phone has already been a little bit of an issue this morning. I'm sure some of you guys can relate, we're all basically glued to our phones nowadays, but I have just been for my walk and it's time for me to start my exercises. I'm gonna do some calf raises because I didn't do those in the gym yesterday when I did my leg session. And then I'm gonna move on to some back stuff by doing some deadlift and some bent over rows. Now today I've been listening to a podcast with Andrew Huberman, Dr Andrew Huberman. I've learned so much from this guy. I have mentioned him in these videos before, and he's doing one of his guest series podcasts where he's got Dr Aaaaand Im in, and they're basically talking about fitness and health and how to assess and improve your fitness and health. And a couple of interesting things they've been talking about is when Dr Aaaaand Im did a study between two identical twins, one that had been an endurance runner for years and years and one that hadn't really exercised for sort of the last 30 years. They were in their 50s when they did the test. And it's interesting to hear sort of what things are genetic and what things can be improved through exercise. And yeah, right now they're talking about how Arnold Schwarzenegger sort of changed the way people exercise and stuff. Arnold Schwarzenegger made it sort of fashionable for people to go to the gym and stuff because I think he won like the major bodybuilding competition and then he done Conan the Barbarian and then he done Terminator. So sort of gave people the impression that, yeah, if we go to the gym and do strength training, we can become superheroes. And yeah, the fact that there's so many gyms and stuff in cities nowadays was kind of started off by Arnold Schwarzenegger in the 70s. But yeah, very interesting podcast. Anyway, let's crack on with this workout. Need to hit my left lat on its own because it's considerably smaller than the right one. Yeah, one thing that the guys mentioned in that podcast, which definitely resonates with me as a drug addict, right? The thing with weight training is you can go in the gym and do, a heavy arm and chest session, for instance, and temporarily for a few hours, you'll look bigger. So, you get that instant gratification in a way. And it's also a sort of view into the future of how big you might be all the time if you keep training. So, yeah, definitely something to think about. Maybe that's why a lot of people that do give up drugs, start going to the gym. Because, yeah, you get a pump and you can literally see the difference straight away, although, it is temporary and you have to keep consistently training to then get that permanent. Yeah, now it's time for a cold shower. All right, so now I've had my breakfast and I've started having my first coffee of the day. I'm ready to get my head in my MacBook and get some work done. I still need to edit the video that will be going up this evening on the car channel. Still need to edit yesterday's video for this channel. And then I've got some merchandise and some eBay orders to pack. So yeah, within the next 2 or 3 hours, I should have all that done. All right, so you're offering me a new phone. Upgrade, yeah? Can you hear me, yeah? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
All right, good. Because I can hear you as well. So that means that my mobile's working good. So I don't need a new phone. Thank you.
Okay, no problem.
Bye. All right, well, the day does seem to be running away from me a little bit, but it has been a very productive one so far. I've had
a sort of variety of little things to do on my MacBook today, and that always suits me better because naturally I've got quite a low attention span. So, you know, focusing on one sort of mundane thing doesn't usually suit me very well. So, yeah, today I've been doing a bit of this, a bit of that, and a bit of that. And, yeah, it has been really productive. But I need to get myself to the post office because I don't want to miss the last collection. Got some merchandise and some eBay bits to post out, as I already mentioned. And, yeah, the weather's pretty nice today as well. So, yeah, it's good to get out. The other good thing is that because I'm out and about, I've got my car out of the garage, which means I might end up going to the gym early, which is definitely beneficial in terms of not eating late, not going to bed too late. Sometimes, you know, I'll be sitting in front of my MacBook and I know that I should really cut off and go to the gym and then maybe continue work later on. But, you know, it's easy for me to be like, nah, I'll carry on working, wait for Kat, my girlfriend, to come home so that I can drive her car to the gym. So, yeah, hopefully I can finish this productive day off with a reasonably timed session in the gym, but we'll see.
All right, so once I'd done everything I needed to while I was out and about, I decided to go for a little drive in the sunshine. Why not? And now I've come back to have some lunch, or although it's quite a late lunch. I'm having a salmon salad, and I mentioned recently that I really haven't been eating enough fish, so I'm getting back on having salmon once or twice every week. I've said before on this channel that I buy the salmon, I think it's from Lidl or Aldi, and it comes in a packet. It's already cooked. It comes flavoured. This is actually sweet chilli flavoured. So yeah, there's really no excuse to not get, you know, fish in my diet. And of course, I've added all the usual stuff that I do to a salad. So I've got the peppers that are stuffed with feta cheese. I've added extra feta cheese as well. I've got the bacon bit salad toppers, and I've sprinkled the whole thing with lemon juice and Caesar salad dressing. I just realised I forgot the croutons. Now, some might say that that salad isn't healthy at all with all the stuff that I've added to it, but most people that say that are just making excuses for having an unhealthy diet themselves, and yeah, I don't take my diet advice from people that have bad diets.
All right, well, unfortunately, just as I was about to leave to go to the gym, I realised there was a couple of things that I hadn't done on my MacBook. One of which was to list the parts on my website that I reviewed in my latest video on the other channel. So I decided that I definitely wanted to get that done because, you know, that's business. It's going to potentially bring me in money. And in fact, people have already been inquiring and ordering those parts. And that video's only been out for an hour and a half. So it was definitely the right choice to stay in and deal with that. There was also a couple of other things that I'd forgotten to do. And then by the time I'd done everything, it was like 20 to 8. And my girlfriend Kat gets in from work anytime between then and 8 o'clock. As it turns out, she got in about 8:05. But yeah, once I saw that it was 20 to 8, I put my car away and decided that I was going to be taking her car that I'm sitting in now to the gym. So despite what I said earlier about me possibly going to end up going to the gym early, I've now just got to the gym and it's 8:30. So yeah, it's another late one, but it's not the end of the world. I'm going to go in there now and do a back and shoulder session after I've had a fast, steep incline walk to warm up. And I'm going to try and get in and out of there in an hour. So, you know, I'll be leaving here at 9:30.
All right, so I only ended up doing the 3 machines in the gym after my fast elevated walk to warm up. It was quite busy in there and I really wanted to get in and out of there in an hour, which I just about did. Just knocked myself up some dinner, having boiled chicken that Kat cooked for me earlier on. Saves stinking out the kitchen this late by frying the chicken. And I'm not having salad with it. I'm having these mixed vegetables that come in a can, already chopped up and stuff. You just pour them into a bowl, put them in the microwave, job done. And I'm obviously having the obligatory eggs with it. I've covered the whole lot in peri-peri salt and I've got some feta cheese, and that should replenish the salt that I would have lost while I was sweating in the gym. So that brings me to the end of another busy day, definitely a productive one, and I'm hoping for another busy, productive day tomorrow as well. And I will, of course, be making a video following what I get up to tomorrow, as usual. So, as always, massive thanks to anyone who's got this far, and I'll speak to you tomorrow.